to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerds, and the other two thirds that make up the round table is Manny and Frank.
Hello
Oh,
out
hi.
there.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, guys. How's your sex life?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh, hi,
Yeah.
Mark. How's your sex life? I went to a party like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And,
thought you were going to say 3 hours ago.
no, three, almost like 2 weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that got everyone, like all the guys together, we started talking about The Room. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, hi, Mark. How's your sex life? And we just started cracking up. We even started watching it on like YouTube and all that, like the little parts
So
and
you
all
guys
that.
said that first, and then you started watching it?
Yeah, and then we started watching it. There's like a picture that someone took, and I'm just there like all entertained.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark. And the whole time we were drunk, high, and we were all the 9-10 yards things, and we were all saying, "Oh, hi, Mark." And when someone walks outside where everyone was, we're like, "Oh, hi, Mark. How's your sex life?"
Oh my God, man.
Super fun. Super
That's
fun.
awesome.
It's always good when that happens.
Should we just jump in the news?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Ghost of Tsushima
Mhm.
is going to have a co-op mode this fall for free if you own the game. I think it's going to be called Legends, and it's just like kind of like Horde mode in Gears.
Right.
And it seems kind of dark. It seems like you're going to fight demons or something with all the sword combat and all that stuff. So it seemed like a surprise because people were very surprised by it. So they didn't think that a mode like that was going to come out for that game. But if you look back at Sucker Punch, they did that vampire mode for one of the Infamous games. If you guys remember.
I know the games. I don't remember the
Festival
mode.
of Blood or something. So yeah, it seems kind of makes sense that they would do something dark because they seem to like that type of thing. But I will check it out. But I still haven't beat the game, so I guess I have time
Yeah.
But I guess the fall is really soon. I didn't really realize that. I mean, it's September, so
Yeah.
it could be out in a month and a half or something.
Yeah. This whole thing is really throwing off my clock. But
Yeah.
no,
What's
I mean,
weird is I'm on a gaming news page, and as we were talking, there's this little ad in the corner, and it keeps changing, and then all of a sudden I saw a horse running, almost like Tsushima.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's your API agent going. This is what you want, right?
Okay,
You want some horse?
please stop listening to me. Anyway, that'd be kind of a cool mode if you own the game.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a something that's not tied to the main story, right? It's just kind of like
It's like its own mode, its own thing. You fight monsters.
I mean, I like it when games do that. Like when Red Dead had their Sunday Nightmare.
That was like the best one.
Cool. Yeah,
it was like like it was kind of tied into it, but you didn't have to play it to know what's going on. It was just kind of like a fun thing to do. So yeah, I mean, if you own the game, I think it's a really cool touch. Just kind of like take out, I guess, like the seriousness of it all. Be like, yeah, just go fight some, I don't know, demons or zombies or something. So yeah, it's a cool thing.
Yeah, I will check it out, but as with most of those modes, I'm probably not going to really play it, and especially how many games are coming out and limited time that I have. So, but yeah, it's cool though. Hey man, for free, I'll check it out.
There you go.
Why not?
Why the hell not? I guess I'll go.
Could I do my last one because it's like one sentence and then I'll be done.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Call of Duty next game has been revealed called Cold War, Black Ops Cold War. And it was really just a tease, and they have a cover image, and it's going to deal with the USSR stuff that happened in history. It's probably going to be controversial. And and
Why
probably a
do you
little
feel like it's
scary.
going to be controversial?
I believe they're the ones who came up with that no Russian
Yeah.
level, which was pretty disturbing and stuff, and it got a lot of stuff around that. And then just the overall tone and subject matter of this game. So I think something else might occur there. But either way, I mean, I don't really need another Call of Duty. I'm still happy with the one we got, and I mean, I'd be good with them just continuing that for another year.
They are going to continue it. I think the news was that Warzone is not going away. This is going to build on top of Warzone, and then you're going to get a single player game that comes out. But all this talk about like a nuke in Warzone and all that, I think that's what gives it a chance to like change the map and all that.
Oh,
so,
I wonder if that would tie in with Cold War then.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna change as much.
Oh, that's interesting, dude. You just kind of like blew my mind right there.
If you could look up the news articles, I don't have any to quote right now, but I'm pretty sure some of them said that. No, actually, the CEO or someone of Activision was like, Warzone's going to be a big part of the new Call of Duty game going forward.
Okay.
And this is the most Call of Duty players at any time that are active right now. So
that have like stuck around, right?
Yeah, that are currently active. So
yeah, because I mean, there's always fall off, and I think that's because the old model was always like, you got to buy this $50 battle pass to stay relevant. Otherwise, you're not gonna have nothing to. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna lose out on all. You're not gonna have all the maps and everything.
Is there a big update coming out on the 26th or 27th, or is it just a game reveal?
They said that it's gonna be a trailer. Right now, that's what they're thinking. A lot of it's just speculation, but all we have is really the title and the poster.
Because I was talking to someone earlier, and they were like, "Yeah, there's a big update coming out on the 26th or 27th, whenever the review is, or the reveal." And I was reading more, and it's only gonna be a reveal. It's not the game's not coming out. It's just gonna be a reveal coming out. So it's fun.
Yeah, because I don't want them to take away from the players who are having fun with Modern Warfare right now.
Sure.
I mean, I just bought like a character pack, so I'm like, I don't want it to be irrelevant in 2 months.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know if they're gonna abandon Warfare but focus more on Warzone moving forward, or if it's like, hey, if you buy the new game, you can still jump on Warzone with people who are playing on the old game. I'm not sure yet. I mean,
well, no, it's gonna tie in to it. Like it's its own separate thing even now. With that, like you don't have to buy Modern Warfare to buy it to play Warzone. Even when they advertise Warzone, it says Call of Duty Warzone, not Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone.
What I'm saying is, so like I've played more Modern Warfare multiplayer than I have Warzone. That's what I'm. I won't say concerned. Like I like Warzone, but you have to play with the right people. Because if you don't,
then you're gonna have to buy. Yeah, I mean, the server always stays active after the game comes out. So if you want to still play Modern Warfare multiplayer, you could go ahead, but you're probably not going to have a lot of players playing with you because everyone's going to be on Cold War. So it's not like when the new game comes out, that server is going to turn off. I think Black Ops 2 or something, whatever the last Black Ops server, that was still going strong. And you're just not going to have a lot of people to play with.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a problem of
getting back. That's why I'm like, give it another year to breathe, man. I mean, it's still fun.
Yeah, just let it be. I mean, keep
and the season passing is refreshes it because I think even you guys as well have gotten bored towards the end of the season, and then when the new one hits, then we're all right. We're good for a little longer.
Yeah, I'll beat the battle pass. I'll like I usually beat it like with like 6 days left, so I just don't play for 6 days.
Yeah.
And when new season comes out, I just jump back on it and feels like I didn't leave. So
yeah.
Well,
there's also some weeks where like the playlists are like they're just not great, man. And it's like really don't want to play right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, that was it for me.
Thank you for the video game news.
Yes.
Manny, do you want to bring up something real quick?
No, because the only one I got is a pretty big one, so we'll save that for the end because I feel like we're going to talk about that.
Cool.
Okay, then I should go on with my story then.
Yeah, go on with yours. I'll be right back.
Okay. So Shudder has announced 61 days of Halloween programming block with 8 new originals and exclusive movies coming between that time. I'm not going to run through the whole list of everything that's coming out, but it looks like starting September 1st all the way through October 31st. So you'll have
nice
content coming out, stuff coming out here and there, and putting new stuff out. So
and how many exclusive?
8. So I think it said 8
Nice.
original and exclusive. So I think like total of, if I'm looking at the article correctly, it's like 16 total stuff that you couldn't get before, or like
nice.
October 1st, the Vincent Price collection is gonna be available. So they're playing a bunch of the old classics of his. You're gonna be able to watch it there on Shudder. They're doing stuff with that drive-in show.
The what's his name? Billy Bob or what?
Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah. I kind of don't.
Drive-in with
It's
Joe
okay,
Bob.
but I don't know if I like him that much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
at least we got like a host, right, for it.
Yeah, someone like me who wishes half a year was Halloween and half was this kind of
yeah, that's a lot of days, man. 61 days.
Yeah, it's a lot of days. So,
Color Out of Space comes on September 1st on there. So if you haven't seen it, you can grab that. You can check that out.
Kicking off everything, and I haven't seen it. If it comes there, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Check it out there because Nicolas Cage is, Nicolas Cage.
It's worth a watch. I did. It was kind of one of those that was overhyped just because of all the words that they throw behind it. But
sure, yeah. I mean, like just Color Out of Space is based off the H.P. Lovecraft's film, not film, book. Film, whatever. It's not my favorite out of it, but with having Nicolas Cage in it definitely makes me more interested in it.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's worth a watch. It was interesting and disturbing. So
yeah, so check that out. September 1st. That will be kicking off 2 months of Halloween shenanigans and tomfoolery. So I'm excited.
Yeah, man. I was actually gonna get rid of my subscription, but I'll keep it a little longer. See how this goes.
Yeah, check it out.
Vincent Price. What is that again? What kind of movies are those?
Those are older movies. Like he's more known for like his voice now, I think.
Yeah, but he did a lot of, like I guess like if you think about it now, he'd be like a bunch of like B horror movie stuff.
Yeah.
But no, he's good though.
Okay.
He's in like Thriller.
Yeah.
Like he announces the Thriller song.
Oh, okay.
He was a big back in the day.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
Pencil thin mustache, slick back hair.
Okay, I think I might know. And then what do you call it? They always have that Shudder TV channel, so maybe they'll have some stuff there too or something.
Yeah. Because I mean, when I had cable, I used to watch Sci-Fi, AMC.
AMC, man, I remember they had a good one.
Yeah. Even when I was younger, I watched ABC Family. It was like 13 Days of Halloween because they would play the scariest places on Earth.
Oh yeah, that was kind of a cool show.
Yeah, I used to love watching that stuff.
I think one day we were like waiting to go to a haunted house all day long, and like we just sat there and watched like the AMC thing.
Yeah.
For like freaking 6 hours.
Yeah, I mean they play some classics on there,
yeah,
like
man.
AMC
was down for like something like this. So.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for letting us know, man. I didn't know about it.
Of course. Our fans got to stick together. Let's move on to the next piece of article news. The John Wick director, Chad, Frank, can you help me out here?
Yeah, Stalheski.
Thank you, Stalheski. Expresses interest in directing Marvel's reboot of what you may ask. Great question. Of the Blade film. He's expressed it a number of times in a couple of interviews and stuff like that. He's like, hey, let me know. I'll do it. Hey,
I mean,
the project.
it would be dumb not to, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, just from the action standpoint, he can
Oh
definitely
my god.
elevate that point. And then if you have like a good story behind it, it's a home run.
Yeah. Or even just let him do the action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want him on Blade. His action's good, but his story,
yeah.
really, his story's really bare bone. Like I mean, if you look at John Wick, the first one, bare bone. I mean, straight to the point, which you could appreciate in an action movie. John Wick 2 was a little bit more meat on the bone, and Part 3 just, I think it's the weakest of them all.
But they're
Did he
saying,
do all 3?
Yeah, he
3?
did.
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
was definitely the weakest, man. Yeah, I mean, I want his action, but I want someone to help him with the story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if they bring him just do the action, that's even better because at least you know that's going to be like amazing and really good stuff. Because again, American action films for a while before this whole resurgence of it hasn't been that good. It's been terrible.
No. Yeah,
So,
pretty terrible, man.
So with Blade, you're definitely going to need someone who knows action. So I feel like no brainer.
Sure.
Do you guys? I know where Frank stands, but are you excited, Manny, of seeing Blade again on screen?
Yeah, of course, especially with Ali doing it.
Yeah, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the casting, I was like, okay.
And the images people have made of the mock-ups.
Right.
Yeah, cool, and he wants to do it too because I mean, if he didn't want to do it, I don't think he would have signed on this early on with it, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I think he wants to do it.
I'm just happy that out of everything they could do, they're like, let's do more Blade. You know me, man.
And I mean, with the way that Sony's moving forward with their universes, it just, I think it's time to bring back Blade.
Yeah, why not? What's it been, like 20 years?
Oh, you got me there.
I mean, the third one I think was 04, so not, or maybe 05.
Third one.
But yeah, I know, right? The third one's a joke, but
yeah, it's not good.
Well, when you go from Guillermo to whatever, I think Goyer did it himself. I think on the third one.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's nice.
Yeah.
I hated him. But yeah, that's like tried and true territory.
Man, I'm not getting into the whole thing, but yeah, 3 was definitely a big letdown, and this needs to, I almost say, redeem the franchise because the first 2 films are, in my opinion, classics. So this could just help elevate the name of Blade if they do it right. Moving on to my last 2 stories, which kind of intertwine with each other.
Okay.
Olivia Wilde has been tapped to direct a future Sony film, or Marvel Sony film, and everyone is speculating it's going to be Spider-Woman. And are
they speculating that just because like it's a female character that hasn't been done or something?
No. Good question. So
they've been talking about it for a while.
Oh, okay.
To elaborate a bit on this article, so I think someone tweeted at her about it, and then she put like that emoji of a spider. So people were like, interesting.
Man,
spider people.
Just lit a fire right there by doing that.
Yeah. So, I mean, for all I know, maybe out of nowhere we're gonna get like a Spider-Gwen film. I don't know. I mean, this is probably the most logical choice, but you never know. I mean, there's a lot of spider people out there. You never know what they might pull out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know all of her work offhand as a director. I know she did Booksmart, which is like
your favorite film of 2019.
You know what? I really did like it. I thought it was good.
I know, dude. I know.
And I got no shame for it. I don't give no.
Oh, we're not trying to give you shame, man.
I know.
It was funny though.
The shame that we're trying to give you is that Endgame didn't make it on your 2019 list, but Hustlers did. But it's okay.
Shame, bro.
You gotta let that go, man. I don't know what to tell you. You gotta let that go.
It was good. It wasn't a bad film.
It was great, but you gotta let it go. You got to move on, sir.
When was that? Was that episode 1 that we talked about that?
I think it was. It was one of the early ones.
Fucking 18 weeks.
I mean, that's what got us started to do show again. I think we were at the Opera House and we did our list there when we
Oh
were
yeah, you're right.
drunk off our butts, and then
I don't
like,
think I remember
we should
you
do the
saying.
podcast.
I think at that list, Endgame was on there.
I think so.
Well,
But then we
Because I
saw
would have gave you
LoveCraft.
shit then.
Because I mean, I will say, I did watch Booksmart and I watched Hustlers like the week
Right
of
before
the
the
actual
list.
show. So I was like, oh, these really caught my eye. If I watched them when they came out, they probably wouldn't have been on the list. But I stand
It's
by
kind
it.
of like those like fresh in your head, like it
Yeah,
kind of bumps itself up. But I mean, Endgame like was never gonna leave my list no matter what.
yeah. I get that. I get that. I really do. I don't know, cause like I think each of those films on there was like may not have been an original thing, but it was like its own story, I guess. And like those caught me.
No baggage.
Yeah, there's no baggage. We're like, again, Endgame, fantastic.
Booksmart was his own story. I would argue that's a remake of what is it called? Superbad.
It means like no cinematic universe type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But still, it's like, dude,
yeah,
come on.
no, because again, like I think it's documented on series 2 of Three Nerds, where I was not a fan of the first Avengers. I liked Age of Ultron better, but it still wasn't good. And then Infinity Wars came out. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And then Endgame was like a nice little bow on like 10+ years of like investment and character stuff like that. But yeah, again, I stand by my list. I'm not budging. No one can make me ever put it on there. I love Endgame, but it's just not on my top 10.
Well, going back to Olivia Munn, I think it is going to be Spider-Woman because they've been rumored to make that movie for a long time. I could remember that coming up when they were talking about Morbius and they were talking about Venom, and so I think it is Spider-Woman. I don't think it's Gwen or anything like that as of right now because Gwen is part of the Spider-Verse. So the Into the Spider-Verse, the cartoon one. So yeah, I think it is going to be Spider-Woman, which I don't know too much about, but we'll see how it goes.
I mean, at this point, it's like years away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably at this point, yeah.
3 years, something.
I mean, I'm assuming they're going to pick up where she is now in the comics.
I'm in zero rush to watch that movie, so take your time. I'm sorry, that was just never a character I cared about. So
I think that might determine. I think Black Widow is going to determine how fast that movie is going to be made, because I think Wonder Woman really kicked everything up to speed about having women superheroes, and unfortunately, coronavirus kind of derailed Black Widow. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
We will see.
Excuse me. Only time will tell. Moving on from that, tying into the next story, Sony's been definitely making more moves on making stuff. As we know, Venom, Let There Be Carnage is coming down the pipeline.
Oh my God, that is the name. Forgot about that.
Morbius is coming.
For some reason, I thought it was something else. Morbius,
Yeah, and then with the whole Spider-Woman rumors and everything, it looks like the Kraven the Hunter film is starting to get more traction. It's rumored, it's not confirmed yet, but they want to tap the director of Triple Frontier to direct the film.
That's not a draw. That's really not a draw, man. Kraven doesn't need a movie. They should really rethink their strategy and stop making movies like that. Like Venom, I could see, right? Like the most popular villain of Spider-Man. Yeah, give him a movie. But Kraven, give him a movie? It's like giving Rhino a movie. I mean, you can't do that, dude. Even Morbius, I'm like, maybe the concept kind of with the vampire thing, but
I think one of the major ways they could be successful if they add the black suit Spidey in there and do that whole storyline.
What in Kraven?
Yeah, because it wasn't there a huge storyline with the black suit and Kraven.
Yeah, I remember seeing a cover about it, but I never read it. But I doubt they would do that.
Never know. Never know at this point.
Raven movie. I mean, just don't think it needs it.
I was hoping Craven was going to show up in the next Spider-Man movie, which I think it's rumor is that it's going to be called Spider-Man Homesick.
Homesick.
Yeah. So I was hoping he was going to show up there, but if he's going to get his own movie, that's probably way off right now.
Yeah, because wasn't he also like rumored to show up in the Black Panther film too? Or like
originally, he was supposed to be the villain instead of Killmonger.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'd be good second movie, but I don't think they have the rights for him, right? Craven? Marvel?
No,
Sony has it. Yeah.
So that was, I think, going to be the first like, hey, can we use one of your characters? And I think I don't think it got that far because finally the director realized that Craven wasn't part of the MCU stuff.
I think it's a miracle they got Spider-Man the way they did.
Yeah, they got him back too, like 2 times.
So yeah, man. I don't know how they did that. I just wish they could get everything back, but they got X-Men.
Like Venom wasn't that great.
Yeah.
I mean, it has potential, but it wasn't that great. I still don't like Hardy as Venom. I think I like the figure that's going to come out for Marvel Legends more than I like the actual movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll go from there, man. Like I'm excited to see Carnage. I'm excited to see that new movie and see what it entails, especially if it ties in with the MCU. The MCU is what I'm most excited for. So we'll see how it goes. This relationship with Sony and the MCU is very interesting. Very.
There's a lot of things that could happen. Absolutely.
Yeah, it already has. All right. Is that it for you, Sonny?
Real quick, off of I think a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about Kobra Kai coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
Season 1 and 2 will be available August 28th. So you'll be able to watch Kobra Kai season 1 and 2 and not too far from now.
Yeah, I saw that in where it says coming soon. It was saying that.
Nice.
Season 3 is still not confirmed when, but season 1 and 2 it will be available at the end of this month. So.
What if you watched Karate Kid 1 like 3 times in your whole life, and the last time was 10 years ago, and you haven't watched any of the others? Can you watch Kobra Kai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the baggage, it helps, but
yeah.
Like I think as a standalone show, it works, but it definitely works a lot better if you've seen if you've definitely seen the first 2, and there's a little callback to number 3. So.
Oh, I gotta watch all that. Oh man.
They're on Netflix.
People feel they're like,
oh, are they on Netflix?
Yeah, they are. So.
Okay. Oh, they are. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw flashing on my screen, but I have Batman versus Superman, the Ultimate Edition, playing in the background. And the reason why I have that playing in the background is to refresh my memory on how Ben Affleck played as Batman. Because you know what, guys? He's back!
He's back. Confirmed.
I told you that this Justice League was going to stir some shit up, man. I fucking told you. I fucking called it from the beginning that this was going to stir some shit up. Now, even though Justice League, the Snyder Cut is not going to be officially a part of the main universe, and that Whedon crap is, it's still fun to see that Ben Affleck has officially came back. And not only Ben Affleck was confirmed back, no. They finally confirmed Michael Keaton is going to show up in this movie. Nice. So that is pretty fucking movie, right? Cool, dude. Yep. Flash. I don't know if they have the official title, but I think The Flash or Flashpoint, whatever you want to call it. I was not going to watch this movie, I think, in theaters, but now.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be fun, man.
In it like a good amount, not just quickly. Like sitting on a chair and saying, oh, yes, I'm Batman.
Is that true? I don't know yet. Well, yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with it because...
oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Because I was reading a few articles and stuff. One was like, oh yeah, the Ben Affleck stuff won't affect the Robert Pence and stuff at all. It's gonna
No,
stand on its own. I'm like,
yeah.
okay. And
Well,
then
it's
the
like
other
40
articles
years
I read
later.
with like with Flash movie, it's gonna deal with uh alternate timelines, I guess. So
I think so.
that's why Keaton's gonna be in there, and now Ben Affleck. What happens afterwards it will be interesting. I mean, obviously we had to get through this movie. I hope it's good. I hope this Flashpoint movie is good. I really hope it. I hope in deep down my soul. I really want it to be good. I want DC to actually be good. But
Hmm.
there's always in the back of my mind like they're gonna mess it up. They're gonna mess it up. They're gonna do something stupid. It's gonna happen.
Well,
So
I think like what Flashpoint did with the comics and make the New 52. Now, the New 52, I mean, depending who you're talking to, either was good or wasn't that good. I think this Flashpoint is going to make the Snyder Cut official, like canon, if it really does do well, and we'll kind of go from there. I think Aquaman was canceled for whatever reason for fandom, so that's kind of weird.
Aquaman 2 or whatever.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 84, that was set before Justice League.
Yeah.
So
That one has a new poster, and so does the
yeah,
Batman.
yeah. So I don't know, man, but I think the Batman is going to be in its own world, so I'm fine with that. I'm not really worried about that. If people
Yeah.
get confused which Batman's which, then I mean,
which they are going to.
read something, dude. But
Yeah.
no, I think it's going to be good. I think before these people, Warner Brothers got concerned that there's too many Batmans and you can't have two Batmans at the same time. Hopefully that proves everything wrong.
Well, I mean, he's got gray hair and the other one doesn't. I don't know. What else do you want?
Yeah, I still don't even think the Rob Pattinson Batman that we're going to see is a Ben Affleck Batman. I think they're two separate Batmans.
Yeah.
I don't think Joker is going to tie into it. I think it's going to have its own Joker. But yeah,
It's a
we'll go
little
from there.
confusing, probably because people are used to
Yeah,
the shared universe thing, but it allows them more flexibility, and it allows them to not be attached to something that failed, so they could kind of just restart, or be like, let's
Like
just do a young Batman, let's do an old Batman, let's do future Batman. Batman. Let's just
they fuck up. My God.
let's do
Yeah.
yeah.
That's basically what they're doing.
let's do Batman Beyond now. Like, come on, it's about time, you guys.
I have a feeling Batman. I think Flashpoint is going to hint at Batman Beyond.
Everybody's dying. I'm dying.
I think it will hint at Batman Beyond.
I'd be so happy.
I think it is.
If I can get that and another Blade, I'm pretty much good for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I think at this point, Batman Beyond is bound to happen at some point.
They got to do another Daredevil movie. You know, they got a lot of stuff to do. DC's just kind of really kicking off now.
Because if you think about it too, Batman Beyond, I think almost fits in a Tim Burton world. So it only makes sense that Michael Keaton would be the old Batman.
Yeah.
To get Terry McGinnis
up and running. That would be cool, man. That would be awesome.
If you think about it, because I just recently saw like the first couple minutes of Batman Tim Burton, and like how the city looks, and it looks like that could evolve into like a 22nd century or whatever.
Yeah,
Batman Beyond is settled in. That almost looks like it. So I could see that. So I'm confident. I'll put money down that we might see Batman Beyond and Flashpoint. A quick Batman Beyond.
Pretty crazy. Like, both of them are confirmed for that movie.
I don't think we'll see him. I don't think we'll see him in uniform, Terry McGinnis. I could see Michael Keaton. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, oh my God.
Like one more time in the uniform, and then he has a heart attack.
Something like that. I would put money down now that we will see Michael Keaton in a Batman Beyond uniform. He's old already. I just completely forgot about that. He's old already, so we're gonna have to see him unless they pull some Star Wars stuff. I don't think DC has that money.
They don't have the technology, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think we're gonna see Batman Beyond. Holy shit!
I really hope. Yeah, I just hope they don't let me down. But I'm down for the stuff. It will.
I want this shit to be good, but I mean,
I do, man.
they gotta slow the
So many cool.
they gotta slow the roll a little bit. Make sure it's good
They
before
fucking
you start putting
failed.
shit.
Their
They
roll
hit.
has been slowed. They're re-releasing a
Yes,
movie again. It's so
Yes.
slow. They're re-releasing a movie again.
and from that,
Unprecedented, man.
hey, here's 3 Batmans. Here's this. Here's that. Oh, and we got this down the pipeline.
Well,
The-
they're throwing shit at the wall and see what
That's what I'm saying.
sticks.
They gotta slow down a little bit. Like take it. Gotta
yeah.
go slow
Dude.
because they messed it up once already.
Well,
They-
yeah, because
They
when you
can
start
they
throwing
can mess
shit,
it up again.
you
Bro,
might
how long
you might
has
throw
this
90% shit.
Flashpoint been in the making? Flashpoint's been in the making for at least 5 years. You can't get any slower than that, man. This shit has almost stopped to a complete
We
halt.
just hope it's good,
and
man.
it's finally starting up again. It kind of started up again with Joker, even though that's a different universe.
Yeah.
If anything, that might have slowed down this whole multi-universe thing and try to do like just single films. And Snyder Cut finally became a thing, and I'm telling you, Snyder Cut is what's powering this engine along now for this multiverse stuff.
I'm not disagreeing with you that, but that's what I'm saying though. It's like no one's seen it yet, and they're going, "Oh, he's back. This back. We're doing this and that, and we got this planned. Oh yeah, those things that we scrapped, they're coming back." It's like, just don't just wait, just wait a little bit. That's all.
I say just go, man. Just see what happens.
I think just go,
Yeah,
man.
they went and they messed it up.
Yeah, but if they sit around for 7 years, nothing will happen. I mean, it's like
And
they
I
gotta.
think the studio messed it up, not the creators. I think the studio messed it up.
And
The studio had their hand in it.
I
So,
couldn't believe how
and it's
cheap
not
some
gonna
of
have
that
any-
stuff looked. I was like, this is the Justice League movie? It looks like some fan-made crap, man. It's like you guys aren't putting into it like you should. So hopefully they learn something off of that.
because they don't have anyone to like say, "Hey, I'm taking charge of this. This is the way it's going to be. Trust me,
But-
you got it."
With the fandom, are we gonna get some footage of the movie or just Matt Reeves
we'll probably
talking,
get like a
like
trailer.
trying to fluff everything?
No, he's gonna bring something. There's like a
I think it's a trailer.
yeah.
Nope.
I think we're at least gonna get a trailer.
Cool if he was like in a garage and he showed the car and stuff, like maybe the suit or something. I don't know. That'd be cool.
In the fandom trailer, he said they had like a little 10-second thing of Matt Reeves. He's like, I can't come to the fandom without bringing a little clip from the movie or something like that. So I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay. So
And
we'll-
wait, I keep asking this, but what is the big deal with Matt Reeves? Like, why do people trust him so much?
have you seen the fucking Planet of the Apes movies?
Oh, okay.
He did-
Yes, of course I have.
A lot of love and care in those movies.
I haven't seen the third one. Let me tell you that. I have not seen that.
Really? You should.
No, I want to. I've meaning to since it came out.
Did you watch the first two?
This is 3 years later. Yeah. The first one I refused to
Yeah,
ever
well-
watch again. The second one
Yeah,
I
well.
did. It was very good. I remember that.
And you refuse to watch the first one again?
Yeah, it's a good
bad.
film, but it's just too depressing. I don't like that movie.
I would agree with
I
that.
mean,
100%.
I wouldn't say it's.
I don't
depressing,
like
it's more
that shit, dude. It's just
kind of
too
a
much. The animals being, I just hated all that, so I didn't want to watch it again. I appreciated it for its time and everything, very good. But he
Still
didn't do
very-
the first one, did he?
No, it was
No, he
Rupert.
didn't.
But Dawn of the Planet of the Apes he did, and then
Came for Dawn, and then
yeah.
War.
I fucking love these titles because these titles were so fucking long. The first one was called Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The second one, Dawn
What's the
of the
difference
Planet
between
of the
Rise
Apes.
and Dawn? I mean, what the fuck?
and then the last one, War for the Planet of the Apes.
Now I want to go watch that because I want to get a sense. I mean, I have a sense from the second movie, but the third one,
I have no sense until you watch it.
kind of want to see why everybody's like so on board with this guy.
Well, again, like I don't remember if he was a big fan of Planet of the Apes. I feel like he was, but there's a lot of love and care in this film where like he didn't half it from Caesar stuff, because again like stuff that Caesar did in the first film and the second film, he kind of is like haunting him in the third film. Like
okay.
like these 3 films work together as one.
Okay.
It's like just it's a progression that works really well, and I mean, I think they all have like their slow points at times, but when they pick up and it's really good, it's really good. Um,
Mm-hmm.
He
yeah,
also did
again, like,
Cloverfield.
didn't he do 10 Cloverfield Lanes? If I'm wrong.
Cloverfield. No, he didn't do
No,
that.
No.
He produced a
Uh,
lot of stuff.
he wrote
He's been
some
in
of the stuff for the War
TV.
of the Planet Apes.
Actually, you know what? He was executive producer on 10 Cloverfield, but he did not direct.
sure, yeah.
Um,
He
okay. The
got
guy
some
has
stuff.
clout, man. I mean, that's all I was asking. Wasn't doubting it. I was just like,
All
what the
right.
heck is...
And his movies are kind of like mature and dark too. So, I mean,
Mhm.
it fits Batman. So, I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, man.
I'm
I'm
excited.
excited. Why not?
But yeah, man, I'm even more excited that we see Ben Affleck and he's gonna finish off
He's
what
my...
he started.
I was thinking about this. I was like, I honestly believe he's my favorite Batman.
I think so. It's just we don't have enough of him to compare him to like a Keaton
Yeah.
or.
Well, because,
I
yeah,
mean,
he
but
2 full
we
movies and,
yeah we could compare him to Val Kilmer and George Clooney. That's not really holding much, but
I mean,
um,
Bale was good, but mm, there was something not right, I think, at certain points. And I don't even think it was his fault. I think it was more the writing and the story.
Bale was good in his own world. Like
Sure.
those
In a
movies, I think would
realistic
be
world.
nothing
It's
without
like,
Bale.
oh, yeah.
Um,
Well, that's the way they all Batman work. They work in the world that they're shown. So it's kind of like say, well, no,
I
because
guess that's right. But,
you wouldn't see like you wouldn't see Bale in Schumacher film style of Batman.
no,
So
well,
like yeah, that did like
not
obviously they all
exactly.
work in their own world. So Clooney worked for his because again like it's technically I
Did,
guess
yeah,
connected, but that's his own. At those are his own worlds there.
sure.
Uh, they all work for the story and for who's ever in charge of them at that time. So
Yeah, they do. They do.
did they work? Clooney didn't work.
If
I
you're
mean, he
trying to
was
be
just good.
60s style with it, I
yeah,
guess, like
he
over
kind
the
of,
top,
I'm not saying
ridiculous
it's good,
style.
but I mean he worked.
I don't think
And
people
those
were
are
expecting or wanting what they got, basically, and that really
and
threw it off.
and those were all sequels from the Michael Keaton movies. Like that's the same Gotham City.
Is
That's the
it?
same everything. Yeah, Tim Burton is basically a
Yeah.
producer, if on all of them,
Um,
if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Um,
I think he more just cashed a check on those. I don't know,
yeah,
because
Well,
I think he just more
yeah.
put money into it, and that's it.
yeah,
I don't know if it was
oh,
the studio or Schumacher was like, I want to go back to the old Batman, like the ones we could sell more figures or like kind of more campy and fun.
100% the studio.
But because part
yeah,
was Batman for no, it was Batman 2. It was like
Batman Returns.
bad thinking. Batman Returns is like, dude,
hmm
Yeah,
this is
it was too
this.
dark.
We gotta go back.
Well,
You gotta reload it, guys.
and they even like I remember some of the Batman. Which one is it? Oh, Batman and Robin. They filmed like the exact same scene twice. They did it once for the movie and then once for like Burger King, where like Alfred's like, "Sir, don't you want some
Oh
takeout
yeah,
or something?" And it's like,
I'll
oh,
take drive through.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take drive-through.
That's the
Like,
beginning of the
God
movie.
damn it, man, come on.
Even when I was little, I'm like, would Batman do that? I mean,
I
yeah.
was kind of like, wow.
And
Even
no,
as a
it
kid,
wasn't. It
yeah.
wasn't Burger King. It was McDonald's. McDonald's had the partnership with Batman Forever.
I could see him in his car, just like, let me get a number 2, please.
I think, there was a commercial of him
Yeah,
pulling out of the McDonald's. So I
like
gotta find those.
Batman Returns or the first Batman, right? I feel like it was.
It was it was Batman Returns and Batman Forever. They did a partnership with McDonald's. Batman and Robin. They did a partnership with Taco Bell.
Oh, that's why I hate Taco Bell. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I still remember that.
yeah, but I mean, just kind of go back to what we're talking about. I can't, I don't know if I have like a favorite Batman because I always seen Batman and Bruce Wayne tied together. So everyone is really good at like being one or the other. Like I think I think Bale. I think Bale was a good Batman, but not the best Bruce Wayne. He just felt like I don't know,
Mm, I think he was good at it.
he felt like I don't know. I don't want to say he's trying too hard, but it felt like he was
I think.
didn't feel like they were the same person. I guess.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, it isn't though, because he doesn't really want to be Bruce. He doesn't even
Yeah.
know who that is. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, he only lives to be Batman at night, and during the day, he's just dealing with the bullshit. Like, he's falling asleep at the boardroom meetings.
Oh, sure.
He's, he's jumping in the pool, but that's just a show to make it seem like he's an idiot. Like, he could never possibly be some trained martial arts vigilante guy.
And they won't
Yeah,
have to
he's
bring
just trying to give the persona that he's a playboy and stuff. So
Oh,
I don't know.
sure.
I mean,
But like,
to me,
like,
it worked, but
like watching Mask of the Phantasm. I stand by. No, you know what?
your favorite
That,
movie, bro.
that is the best Batman movie ever.
No, it is, man. I'm
It's,
just saying,
it's
like,
like it's utterly. That's because like the way that they
but like you
balance.
said, everything works in its own world. So
Right.
like,
But like
Bale could never cross to Phantasm, and vice
but
versa.
but the way that story dealt with Bruce Wayne eventually becoming Batman, like him, he literally at the foot of his parents' grave, going, I didn't intend to be happy. What am I supposed to do? I made this promise, but I feel like I can't keep it now. And that's the kind of thing that I miss when someone's playing Bruce Wayne. Like
Okay. Like the
it's like
tortured side, or
yeah,
what?
because like it always feels like he already has Bale always had his mind made up that he was Batman.
Bale seems like he moved
And
on by the second movie. Like his parents weren't even a thing, really. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
sure, yeah. So that
But it's
because
still because he had
I
his
don't know.
own drive, I guess, outside of them.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean,
all.
they all kind of.
I guess that's what I'm just trying to say. Like I want to see more of this
Well, you
internal
know what, dude? Because
struggle.
the Affleck one is more tortured than all of them. I mean, he's like rock bottom Batman. Like he's freaking like
Towards the end of it, yeah.
doesn't care. He's brutalizing people at this point, probably killing them in some cases, throwing boxes at their heads and stuff like that.
The Michael Keaton one is the weirdest one because you can't really catch how early on he's Batman. Like I just recently watched, like I
Well,
said, the
people are still
first.
asking, "Who are you?" So maybe
Yeah.
it's early.
So it's like it's still early on, but is he caring for his parents? I can't remember the whole thing. I know it keeps going back to it.
Is he doing what?
If he keeps going back to his like parents
Not
dying and all
really.
that, I think it does go back to it.
There might be a
Like it's
flashback or
there.
two.
I can't remember if that's for the first one or the second one. You know what? No, never mind. He does go back to the alley here and there, and I think in almost
Yeah.
both of them. Sure, in
I
the
think it
first one.
returns in the snow. He goes back or something.
Yeah,
Something like that.
it brings it up a little bit more, but I remember in the first one, Vicky Vale follows him, puts down the rose. And all.
So favorite live action then? Everybody go. I'm Affleck because I just like the portrayal.
Yeah, I got Michael Keaton.
Keaton, yeah, Keaton's. I mean, he's really good. It's hard for me to say Affleck, honestly. Yeah, he was actually good. He had the edge to him, I would say. He had like the don't F with me. I'll like switch on and I'll like become asshole Batman on you.
Yes, come to my side. Come to my side.
I want to say Affleck because I really do believe he's going to be the best Batman, but we never got his standalone film. The closest we got was Batman versus Superman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I will probably say Keaton because that's what drew me.
Mm-hmm.
But Ben Affleck is right there, and if we get one good movie of Ben Affleck, he'll take over. That warehouse scene alone almost took over.
Man.
But it's just one scene. It's just one scene. That's right. A shitty part.
Yeah, no.
But
it's not like he's being a character. He's just fighting.
Yeah, I think Ben Affleck is the most perfect character or embodiment of Batman and Bruce Wayne because I think he could play both. Mm-hmm. This Ben Affleck probably doesn't have enough like gadgets, and he doesn't use a lot of detective skills that we've seen. But just a brute power is there, which is kind of cool. The fighting part is there.
Mhm.
So I think Ben Affleck's probably the most perfect one out of everyone who's played Batman,
Yeah.
except Kevin Conroy and Phantasm.
Yep.
I can see. I mean, I won't go anywhere near and say he's perfect, but he has the potential to be the best.
Yeah.
It's all kind of there. Just yeah, they don't touch it. They kind of lightly graze it, and then here's the action scene. So, but yeah, but he definitely has the potential to be a really good one. But yeah, I mean, we all are huge Batman fans.
Well, the
I
good
just
thing is we have
I want
options. I mean,
I
we
just want
have
to do
a
well.
lot of options.
Yeah, and if the Matt Reeves one turns out to be the best thing, then screw the whatever verse with when Affleck, and I'll just stick with that. And if
Yeah.
Affleck's best, then hey, there
I
you go.
mean, I like the talent they're putting behind the movie. Reeves and Pattinson has been really killing it, man, with that acting lately in those films. What's that?
No, yeah, no, I
No,
mean,
you don't agree? I don't know.
no,
I mean, I've enjoyed the stuff he's been in lately.
I do. I do enjoy his acting from time to time.
Yeah. I mean,
How I just want to see how he's gonna take on this role. If it's gonna be like
it's a
something out
pretty
of
big role, man. It's pretty
like
big.
yeah, like I mean, there's a couple ways you can go with it, but I'm intrigued by it because he
Yeah, I am kind of wondering how is he gonna act, but I don't know, man. The guy's got a lot of experience, and
oh sure.
Reeves, if he vouches for him, I mean, what can I really say? We'll have to see, wait and see, I guess.
Yeah. Well, watch War Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
Do that. So,
I've been meaning to watch it for 3 years, so I kind of failed at that, but I'm gonna watch it though.
good. Watch it. So I guess until tomorrow when because this will be out Sunday, but we recorded this Friday, so
Yeah.
the fandom will be out tomorrow. We'll either have a lot of news to bring to you next week, or a lot of disappointment, maybe saying, "Wow,
Yeah.
you just kissed me. That's all you did. I hate you." Um,
So wait,
we'll see how.
is the whole thing on one day, or is it over the whole weekend?
It's gonna be a two-parter. Like we're gonna get a lot of it on Saturday. I think another one's coming out in like November or something.
Something like that.
Okay.
But all the big stuff will be the stuff that we're interested in, which should be out tomorrow.
Okay.
So yeah, so we
All
will
right.
definitely talk about
Yeah,
that.
man. I want to see what they bring.
Spoiler, that's our next show. Um,
Probably.
I guess we don't have anything else to talk about that. Do you guys feel? How do you feel about talking to our nerd outs?
Yep, let's
Yep.
go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's
So
do
who
it.
wants to go first this week?
I'll go first, if you don't mind.
Okay, look at this
All
episode.
right. I watched two things. I watched Lovecraft Country,
Mhm.
which is the HBO show. First episode was Sunday, I think. I waited till Monday and I watched it on HBO Max.
Mhm.
That's probably the only way you can watch it. Of course, any of the other HBO avenues, if you're subscribed, then you can watch it that way.
Unless you have a PlayStation and you have to use Now, but they don't because they took it off. But that's the only way you can use it.
It's really annoying, man, when
Super annoying.
yeah, because I was on my I wanted to watch something on the Fire Stick in my bedroom, and I was like, wow, really? They don't have HBO Max in here? So I was like,
No.
oh my God, now I have to go out to the living room where I have the Apple TV. So I was like, oh man, it was just, it's
Wait.
annoying.
So Sonny, on your PS4, you can't download HBO Max.
No, I need HBO Now because I need a subscription for Max or a TV thing or whatever. Because my sister got Max, but for some reason it keeps saying, "Oh, you need a provider in order." But you can go watch it on HBO Now, and I search HBO Now on PlayStation 4 network and nothing,
Mm,
just Max. So screw me, I guess.
that's weird, man.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, I mean, you could probably do it on your tablet or something, but
Screw you, HBO.
I know, man. When I didn't see it on Fire Stick, the store. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
come on.
And this is where my argument of they have too many platform things, just roll it into one. They knew they wanted a streaming service. They should have just waited for one
Hopefully they will eventually.
universal thing, but whatever.
Well, they
Watch it.
took away HBO now.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
Oh,
So they're doing what you want. It's just
but now
Yeah,
you can't get
Fire
Max on
Stick-
the PS4, right?
Fire Stick doesn't want to pop out the dough for it.
So they gotta.
Well,
I don't even want to know.
I'm not going on my way to get it.
It's ridiculous, but anyway, I watched the show, and you guys watched the trailer or no? Did you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Was it enticing to you? Did it seem
Yeah.
like a show you wanted to watch,
100%.
Manny?
I haven't watched it yet, so no.
No, I mean the trailer. Like,
I know I haven't watched it yet.
oh,
so-
okay, I thought you saw it.
I
yeah,
watched the trailer, not the show.
Oh, okay, but I'm asking like, how much did the trailer make you want to watch the show?
I'm saying not that much because I haven't
Oh,
watched the
okay.
show after you
Okay,
told
okay.
me.
All right,
I think I'm gonna
well,
let some episodes roll by.
yeah, I would do
So I
that.
can string them together.
It is good. I did enjoy it, and I'm kind of happy to say that the trailer stuff only covered a small amount of episode 1. So it's not like they took all the cool scenes from all the entire season and crammed it into the trailer.
Right.
Because most of the stuff in the trailer was in the first episode and early on in that episode. And it's kind of like a road trip, lost person type of story.
Mhm.
But it's set during a time of very large racism. And then there's monsters thrown in, the whole LoveCraft thing. There's a lot of monsters and action towards the end. Overall, very happy with all that stuff. The story, I think, is a little it is good and everything. It's just more like like when you watch an HBO show and it's like super deep and like super heavy and stuff like that. It feels like a lighter version of that, like more just like I said, like a mystery, trying to find somebody, road trip, monsters. So it's more like that, if that makes sense. But I liked the first episode quite a bit, and man, I'm waiting for the next one. I think it's this Sunday, every Sunday, and so I usually catch up on Mondays. So I'm gonna watch that. I think you both would like it. Maybe Sonny a little more, just because you're the LoveCraft fan. But yeah, I believe you both would enjoy it, and give it a shot, man.
Yeah, because I think typically TV show trailers only show stuff in the first episode, and then they might show you like a season trailer at the end of the episode. Sometimes.
Yeah, usually I'm worried that they're gonna like try to front load everything and be like, "Ooh, look at this show! It's so exciting," and then it's like, dude, that was like all your action in the first 5 episodes. I mean,
Sure. Yeah.
it's like a bait and switch, but
I remember watching the trailer and I was like, I'm in, because it looked trippy. It looked
it is.
psychological. It looked like it looked like it mixed a bunch of different genres. A straight in your face monster show with a little bit of
Kind of
psychological
historical
horror and like mystery, and then like true story stuff like, hey, there are monsters out there, but I'm still dealing with racism bullshit. Wow, I can't escape. So
it almost reminded me of Watchmen in that way, where it's like it took a real event and like inserted it into the Watchmen universe. I was kind of surprised how much monster stuff towards the end happened.
the original ending of Watchmen. Gotcha.
I mean, the new show.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you smart at. All right. Anyway, I did enjoy the show quite a bit, so I'm gonna keep watching it. You guys, I think you should definitely jump on it. It's pretty cool. And then the other thing I watched, it's called High Score on Netflix. It's a documentary about video game stuff. And as much as I'm into games, it did present a lot of stuff I had no idea about, even though I've heard the history a million times, like, oh, Atari, oh, Nintendo. It kind of gave some different context there. So there's some interesting stories of people. What was that?
How so?
Oh, it takes like it really goes down to the roots of things. Like there was this group of guys who used to take arcade games, um, and they would modify them to make them more difficult. So they were kind of creating like unofficial DLC back in the 80s or 70s.
They were modded before
And
it was
then
cool.
yeah, because they would notice that arcade games would make less money over time because people got too good at them. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would so they would modify the game to make it harder and then sell like a modification chip to owners of arcades, and they would install it in the arcade and they would make more money because because it was harder and because it added like sounds or it added levels or whatever. And then they got in trouble because, obviously anytime you're making money off of somebody else's thing and you're
Sure.
not really doing it legally, they're gonna be like, "Hey man, what the F? You're making money off of our game."
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting, and overall, it's just kind of it goes over the history of games and kind of well, it touches on that like the modding thing, and then it touches on like kids who played in like those tournaments at a young age,
Yeah. Right.
and so the evolution of I guess how gaming came to be. But there's some interesting stories in there that I never heard, and like I said, I was always like really into it. So I heard a lot of it, and this was like felt like new information to me. Um, and yeah, it's just a cool documentary. I mean, there's so many of them on Netflix. There's some about every single topic, but if I thought this was just interesting from a video game perspective.
Nice.
I think it's 6 episodes, about 45 minutes
That's
each
good.
one, and they each focus on a different like era. So you have like the Atari era, the Nintendo era, and stuff like that. So
Cool
kind of
beans.
cool. And
Where
they
can
show you some of the they talk to some of the designers of these games and how they came up with everything. Back in the 8-bit days, it was a little different, where they had to engineer things differently. Like they were so simplistic that the sounds were that much more important. The design of things was a lot more important because you only have 8 bits of information and stuff like that. So and then they were talking about the designer of the ET game,
oh.
which is like regarded as like the worst game on earth.
Yeah.
So you give some insight of about the guy who designed it and
Mhm.
his conversations with like Spielberg, and so there's some cool stuff there. Just interesting stuff.
Cool. Sounds good to me. Where can we watch this again?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix. Thank you.
Yep.
Cool. I know you. I would say you're more like of a game guy than I am. So if
Hmm.
you say it's pretty good, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's just worth it for like the interesting little stories. And they were actually talking about Silicon Valley. Like back then, Atari was like a really revolutionary company because they would let you come to work outside of a suit, so you could show up in shorts if you wanted. They had like you could just basically hang out and drink beer and like mess around the whole day, but as long as your output was enough,
Right.
they were okay with it. So they kind of built the initial culture that you see now in Silicon Valley, where it's like really laid back and no suits and all that. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Like that it's not such a new thing like we might think of it. It's been going on since like late 70s or early 80s.
It is still. It's still funny that that's a revolution concept. Like, oh, I show up to work and do my job. Wow. Wow. I'm not hassle you. Oh man, that's so revolutionary.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I
funny.
find those stories like interesting because it's just like these guys, these college kids, they found a way to modify these games and then make them a buck off of it. And they were making a lot of money, man, because I mean, nationwide they were sending these kits to the
Oh
arcade
yeah.
owners,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
then they got
I don't know.
sued
I
big
don't know.
time. But
Yeah, I don't know when like the peak of arcade was, but I imagine if they were anywhere that time, oof, make a killing.
yeah, I mean, they were saying like early 80s, when what's the asteroids and Pac-Man, that era.
Oh boy, yeah,
And so
that's
they were the owners were noticing that they were losing money because people were getting too good. So they modified it. And they're like, hey, guys, guess what? We modified it. Make it harder. You can make more money. And then they just sold like a crap load of chips.
Nice.
So kind of cool.
Cool. High score, correct? You said.
Yeah, high score.
Nice. I'm gonna add that to the list.
Yeah, throw it on.
Anything else for your nerd out of
No,
this
that
week?
was it. Just watch a couple things, and they were both cool.
Toy. Manny, what do you got on deck for us?
So I haven't played a lot of Call of Duty.
You have or
I haven't
haven't?
really done. Yeah, I know. I haven't really done much. I did start watching Doom Patrol today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, 'cause it's on HBO Max, and I don't have to have the DC Universe login.
Yeah.
So
I watched like 3 episodes. How many did
I
you watch?
watched the first episode. I kind of like it.
Wasn't
We'll kind
bad,
of go
right?
into it. Yeah. Don't know much. Don't know much about the characters. Never really seen them before.
Me neither.
So so far I like the characters. I like Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
I like the guy who's wrapped up. So far it's interesting. So we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Been watching a lot of Disney stuff on Disney Plus with Elena, my little one. They just added the Showman. No, the Greatest Showman. Is that the name of the movie?
With the one with Jackman, or
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's British Showman.
yeah.
I believe
And
so. Based
I
on
didn't
Ringling
realize how much.
Brothers or
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I like that movie. So I was having fun watching it. Seems like
Yeah.
she really likes musicals, which is kind of cool. So we
Mm.
watched that.
Nice.
I watched Pocahontas, and I forgot how that movie went. So that was kind of cool. But other than that, not really much. Like, I'm still getting in football mode, listening to a lot of fantasy football stuff. So far, I'm in 2 leagues. So that's kind of what I'm nerding out on still. And I feel like there was something else, but not right now. I think that's really it.
Cool. Awesome, guys.
Cool.
What was I gonna say? Man, I almost forgot mine. Oh, I got them. Okay, so for my nerd outs for this week, first thing will be I watched Bad Boys for Life, which is the third in the series. Yeah, it's not bad.
Where did
I
you watch that at?
I watched it on Prime. I have stars
Oh, okay.
thing to them, so watched it on there, and yeah, it's not bad. I think the movie itself, I think it kind of like ties up the story of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence story, and they tease a little bit something of like, hey, we're gonna pass on the torch, but I think if they do make another one, the they'll still be there, but I don't think they'll be as focused on, I guess.
Yeah.
But this was good.
Hmm.
It definitely deals with them, like, getting older and dealing with the fact that they aren't able to do what they used to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of good. Again, like it's not like a classic where like you have to go on and watch it, like if you love the first two.
Sure.
But if you are a fan of the first two, definitely give this one a watch. It'll kind of, I won't say tie it all in together, but it has its moments. Michael Bay did not direct this one, which I think it would have made it better if he did, because some of the action scenes are cool, but they needed that Michael Bay touch.
Yeah. They're
Um,
not like on par.
yeah, it just, there's something about Michael Bay when he does an action scene, just like
Yeah.
it could either be really bad or really awesomely amazing. So this kind of misses his touch and look.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, without getting too much into spoilers or talk about anything, the action's solid. Um, Story is good. Pacing's a little off in the middle, but the first half is good, and the ending's pretty good as well.
Are
I feel
the
like
are the characters, like the young ones, are they annoying?
not really.
Okay.
They're not in it that much, but they're kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
they kind of service the story too. I'd probably give it like a 6.5.
Uh-huh.
I personally like Bad Boys 2. Like out of all three of them, that's probably my favorite one, just for how nuts it goes and just absurdly crazy it is. But yeah, this is a good one. Uh, finish off the main storyline, I guess you would say. And if they do want to move forward with more, they kind of left that door open. So,
Okay.
um, moving on from that, I watched the first episode of Taboo. It was this Tom Hardy BBC show that came to FX.
Yeah.
Um, it's pretty good actually.
Is it on Hulu or?
Yes, it's on Hulu. The
Okay.
first series on there. Um, yeah, it's still trying to figure out what's the story is, what's going on.
How much did you watch?
The first episode?
Okay.
A lot of stuff is kind of like insinuated and like, oh, this and that, or like, oh, I thought he died. No, I did, and I'm back. You're like, oh my god, and it kind of like it touches on things like, oh, apparently he's half Native American, or maybe he isn't, or maybe he did die and come back because Tom Hardy plays the main character who goes off to Africa, I guess either for work or exploration, and supposedly he dies over there. But when he comes back to bury his father, who died, his half sister's like, I thought you died. No, I was like, I did, but I'm here. And it kind of like insinuates other stuff, like I think it almost confirmed that he worked like on a slave ship. He's not the best guy in the world at all, and he says himself.
Yeah.
The world's kind of shaping up to be like, wow, this is very dreadful, miserable place, and that kind of intrigues me because this is like I don't know I forgot what time period takes place.
Like early 1900 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I remember the trailer, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to check that out.
Yeah, you know what? There's a couple of visual stuff that they do in a scene where they're in the morgue. And it's like, oh, this kind of really caught my eye. It's kind of surreal. It's kind of bleak. It's kind of dark, and it's insinuating to a lot more stuff in the world. And it does what a good show should do. The first episode intrigued me, where I want to see what's going to happen next. So keep watching it. I think it's on like 8 episodes. Reportedly, they're doing series 2, but with BBC shows that can be either immediately or 3 years later. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm checking that out on Hulu. Taboo, starring Tom Hardy.
Let us know how it keeps going, because I always was interested. But yeah.
And then for my last nerd out, kind of the song of the week, I guess for me, I kind of stumbled upon this song called "Cocaine Country Dancing." It's a blend of like a country song mixed with like disco, mixed with like rock, and it's fantastic. I'm blasting my car.
It's a real mashup.
It's great. It's just
cocaine country what?
Dancing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've been blasting this all week, huh? Going to work, playing it. Almost getting into car wrecks, playing it.
If anything, makes me want to go faster. Yeah, it's just a fun song you can cruise to, you can dance to, you can just hang out to, have a glass of beer while it's playing. It's a good song. Now,
send it to me too.
Yeah. Now I'm usually on a lot of trends or songs, and even just stuff in general. I'm usually like a dollar short and a year late.
Yeah.
Like last year, but yeah, I can definitely see this being played like in a B film, like a B action film, or like a Tarantino movie. Yeah. So yeah, I've been trying to expand more my music. I think I have a pretty wide taste in music. I go from a lot of different genres, but there's still a lot of artists and music I haven't discovered yet. So I'll just go on YouTube or on Spotify, just pick a song that I like, and then I'll let it randomly pick what happens next. And I'm finding I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know this was a thing. This is great.
I like that, man. Because we probably all use Pandora, and recently I've been doing satellite on my car. I didn't know I had it. I thought you had to pay extra, so I didn't even bother pushing that button.
Oh, they might
But
give it to you.
yeah, it
Or-
turns out it's built in, so I've been using it a lot. And I really like the randomness where I'm like, oh, what's that? I like that, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think
So,
when my family and I took that trip to Boston, we had I forgot, it was like some kind of radio service, and
yeah.
yeah, like the drive there, just we're listening to all these classic songs, and then all of a sudden, boo! I haven't heard this one in years, and like, wow, what's this one like? It really just like, again, it's just music all the time, and it has such a wide verse of songs. So like on the radio where they play like the same
hmm
10 songs over and over again. It's
Man,
hey,
it's like so
here's
repetitive. It's
from this one album
terrible.
that no one ever heard in their life.
Yep. And this one, man, they're not afraid to play random stuff.
Yes.
I really
So,
appreciate it, man, because it's like,
yeah.
oh my, and there's so many more stations. It's not just like 80s, recent, and classic rock. It's there's so much more to it.
Right. Yeah.
So, how did you find this song? Did you just randomly find it or what?
I forgot where I started with. I just picked a song, and
And then
then
like somehow it came up.
I went to YouTube and was like, oh, you might like this song or this song. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, I'll
okay.
check that out. And then I hit it. I'm like, ooh, my ears.
You're like, oh god damn, playing
Ooh,
this
boy.
all week. Well, right after this podcast, I'm gonna listen to it.
It's just I don't know. It puts a smile on my face. It's
Well,
just a song. So
song will come up like that where you're like,
yeah.
oh man, I gotta keep playing it. I was doing that with the Nas X song.
Oh,
Is it,
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road, yeah. I couldn't
That's
stop playing that
that.
song.
You know what? The Barely
Manny, shut the fuck up.
is good. It's a generally good song.
I
Out of all the songs, I wouldn't think that's the one that you kept playing over and
oh,
over.
dude, I liked it, man. Just simplicity and everything. I liked it. We'll see about this one if it can live up to that.
Well, I don't know if it'll live up to that because that was just a phenomenon. I'm not gonna tell you, but it's a good song.
Yeah. Well, you can make it a new phenomenon.
Oh,
Make your own hashtag cocaine country dancing.
oh boy, that kind of night, fellas. I'm gonna tell you.
I gotta hear
But-
this shit because I want to
But
know
that's
what
it for
you've
my
been listening
nerd
to and driving to work.
outs. That's it for my nerd outs. So I think we unless there's anything else you guys want to add, I think we reached the end of our show.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's
Times?
go ahead and go over our news real quick. Our wrap up stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to the audio version of this podcast, you can go to any podcasting app, search it there, and we're also on Spotify as well. If you want to see the visual portion of the podcast, you want to see our beautiful mugs, you can go to YouTube, type in Three Nerds on a Sunday. Our awesome name still pops up first. You want to keep up to date when the new episode is out, and any other little comments or tweets, or not tweets, posts we make, go to Facebook. You can just search Three Nerds on a Sunday, and you will know on Sunday the exact time that the new episode is out.
Yeah, you will.
That's it,
I
guys.
saw a lot of
So
people like it today. Did you guys notice that?
I saw that. I was
Like
like,
random
oh,
people. I'm like, did you guys like promote something or what, man? 'Cause I saw like 4 people like the page.
they love
I
it.
promoted.
They really
Okay, there we go.
thank you, sir.
I have been seeing the views have gone up slightly.
Hey, I'll take it all day, every day.
Hey.
Cousins.
The longer we do it, right?
That's right. You got to keep on it.
Yep.
So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye bye.